Mark, another home win, and through the hard work of the side, a comfortable win in the end.
Yeah, I thought we were very good in the first half, actually. We've spent quite a lot of time recently talking about momentum in games and taking the game when it's there for us. And we got in off some really good attacking situations. And we took the game in a 5-minute period where I thought we were very ruthless in our attacking play. And yeah, it's a really good first half performance, two excellent goals. In the second half, it's not a situation we've been in that often. In the second half, play against a team that make the pitch big, defended better, hid the ball from us quite a bit, and we're covering big distances, so tiring really. And we didn't really carry much threat with the ball. However, we never felt under huge threat, so the game was fairly balanced, even though we didn't have the ball and we didn't feel threatened too much by that. So we just had to work and grind our way through it. And in the end, we've played 10 games in 36 days. The players get 2 days off now for the first time since we came back in June, and they deserve it. They've been great, and that's a really important win. And as you say, 4 home wins out of 4 here in the league is a pretty good start.
Yeah, a super first half for Joe Irside as well as their side as a whole. Gets a bang on the head, blood pouring everywhere, and he gets up and scores 2 goals.
Yeah, I mean, never in doubt was it he'd get straight up, get some stitches in his head in the half-time on the treatment bed and rises like the Undertaker just before we come back out. But he's ready to go. He's bang on. He's played well today. He's took his chances well. But I thought that the movement, the runs and the opportunities that we created there were great. Nibsy's second goal, he made a brilliant run and a really unselfish but clever and right decision to just cut it across the goal for him. Sam, excellent in the build-up, certain goals. Shiloh, I thought we looked a good threat and played the game exactly how we wanted to. Had a decent bit of the ball in the first half and just had to make sure we were good enough against counter-attacks and didn't give them too many, because Jack Diamond's a very good one for them in that sense. And I thought they raised the game second half. They brought a bit more experience on the pitch. I thought Mate Virtue made a good difference for them in the midfield. But I thought we saw the game out quite well and without too much drama on our goal. So we're really pleased. Pleased for Joey, pleased with the goals, but pleased with how we just managed the game really second half.
Yeah, and the well-worked goals in the first half. As a result of that constant pressure, was that something you targeted before the game in terms of their back line perhaps being unsettled?
Well, it's certainly something we wanted to put under pressure in the early part of the game, and we wanted to use our pace to try and threaten the back of them, and I thought we did that very well. Almost perfect really, and we haven't done too much on the grass in terms of training and working those patterns, but we spoke through them in good detail yesterday and the players executed it brilliantly, so fair play to them. I thought we gave a really good account of ourselves. And I look at a period where you kind of look at the first month of the season. You probably count this as within the first month, because this is the first proper break we've got between games. And majority of players have contributed well, and we've had some really good results, and we're really pleased with the clean sheet today as well, because it puts us back in a positive goal difference, which is important.
Yeah, I was going to mention the clean sheet actually, because it's come off the back of, and I guess there's a question as to how important it is. It's come off the back of 1 or 2 games where the defending perhaps hasn't been what you would expect.
Yeah, I mean, last week was a crazy game. You can't really evaluate that one too much. There won't be so many like that, but we've had a couple where we've let games run away or made sloppy mistakes and errors, and we had good concentration about us today. I thought the centre-backs defended the box really well. I thought Harrison defended the diagonal and the back post brilliantly. I thought Lloyd was outstanding. And Dimmy didn't have to make too many good saves, you know. He kept a good goal, but we weren't under huge threat. So whilst we had to work incredibly hard as a team to try and limit their opportunities, I thought we did that quite well, and we're certainly pleased to come out with ultimately the result first of all, but in many ways there were lots of parts of that performance we liked as well.
You talk about blocks of games, and if you look back to last season, the first 10 games, 13 points, and you've got to that point tally after 7 this time round, so it's progression.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we get to the 10-game point on more than 13, I guess it's progression. So we've got 3 games coming up after these couple of days. To be honest, we won't give an ounce of thought to that, because I think everybody needs to get away from each other and switch off for a day or two, and then we get back to Tuesday. What great game to look forward to next week away at Ipswich. Then we have to go to Cheltenham on a Tuesday, which will be tricky and always tough games. And then Barnsley here, who had a great result today. So no, all the games are really difficult, but put ourselves in a nice starting position. So hopefully we can consolidate the start by the end of that. But right now there's no real thought about the next game, other than really delighted with the result today and the performance, and happy to get away from each other for a day or two.
Yeah, but 4 home wins on the bounce, and I understand it's the first time that's happened as a Football League club, and you talk about the bread and butter of the home games all the time, and it's so important, isn't it? Yeah,
we spoke before the game about records. I didn't know it, I wanted to find it out, but it's in your own way, there's little bits of history you want to rewrite all the time. You know, historic week for the club this week, but you want to write your own history as a team every single time you get a chance to, whether that's individuals or not. Sam Smith joined the 100 Club today. We've celebrated that before the game. We talked about preserving this record here, fighting to do that, but more than that, playing to do that as well. And all those things are important. You want to do everything you can to keep building on what we've done, and that's a nice step towards that today.
Yeah, the win obviously is a great moment in terms of celebrating what else has happened off the pitch this week with the buyback of the Abbey. How important is that for yourselves as a playing staff and coaching staff? And obviously, you know, it means great security for the club going forward, but as a playing staff and as a coaching staff, what does it mean to you?
Well, I told the story today before the game to the boys about what happened and where we ended up where we did, and the story of the last 18 years in a very quick period of time. I was working here at that point, and obviously the academy shut down at that period of time, and I told them I had to go elsewhere before I could come back and live the dream. But look, it's a big moment, and being truthful, it's not about the coaching staff or the players, it's about the football club and the longevity and sustainability of the football club. So you want your players to understand the fabric of your club, you want them to understand a bit of the history, and you want them to understand where we're going and where we've been, because I think that's really important. But in the end, that's about supporters and legacy, and I have to say, from a first point of view, I'm not the manager when I'm saying this. I'm the boy that stood in the Habin, really, just like thousands of others that are here. If you were here when that, you know, we had to survive, and selling the Abbey was the way we did it, we were so fortunate for Grosvenor to come in and take control of this place, because without them and so many other people that helped us get through those really difficult periods, we wouldn't have arrived at this point that we're at now. And now you just have to say to Paul Barry, to Mark Green and to Adam Webb, just remarkable, really. I think what they've done in leading our club, the way in which they're helping us keep this squad together, the way in which they've got huge ambitions to help us with the training ground, huge ambitions for this place. It's going to take time, you know. That's a significant amount of funds gone into this, but it's pretty remarkable that we've found ourselves back in this position. And I heard the best song today, We've Got Our Abbey Back, is a great moment today. And I think it was, you just see how much coverage that got online yesterday. People know how significant that is. If you're a young fan that doesn't know, just believe the old ones when they say it's a massive moment, and it puts the future of the club back in our hands, and we have to say thanks to the owners for that, because without them it definitely wouldn't be possible.
Thanks, Mark. Well done today.
Thank you. Thanks.